Today, we head to the Mohave Desert for an icon, the Ferrari Testarossa, specifically this black beauty owned by raconteur and bon-vivant Donnie Callaway, whose restoration and workshop facilities not far from Edwards Air Force Base, managed by his shop foreman, Waffles, is a sight to behold, and we'll take a closer look after the drive. The Testarossa's status as an icon was cemented in 1986 when Ferrari, having demanded that Miami Vice stop using the fake Ferrari Daytona Spider, which appears in the show's first 2 seasons, resolved the impasse by providing 2 black Testarossas for the show's use moving forward. Miami Vice producer Michael Mann repainted them both white as they look better on camera, and the rest is history. Now, Donnie Callaway isn't the sort to just hand us the keys to his Testarossa, so he shadowed us on our desert blast driving his white 308 GTB. So while our access wasn't unfettered, our spirits weren't dampened either, in fact rather more so moistened by perspiration, as Donnie hadn't recharged the Testarossa's AC, which was among the very first things we learned on this 90-degree day in the desert.
So he is definitely a little nervous.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you say? Oh, we should probably get the air on, right?
I think it's these.
Yeah. Ferrari.
Okay. The pedals are in the middle of the car. My feet are literally like this.
Yeah.
So that's weird.
Slightly canted over.
I would not say slightly. The clutch is directly underneath the horn button. Like literally direct. It actually might be more to the right than the horn
Is that like
button.
Tom Cruise's tooth, which is directly below his nose?
Yeah,
like what are those things?
Exactly. You know, this is more comparable to like my 550 as opposed to a 355 in terms of it being a Grand Tourer and not like a true sports car.
Yeah, I mean the noise, kind of like in your 550, it's there and it's fantastic, but it's not like I could drive this car with a hangover and it would be all right.
Right. I really like this car.
I do too.
It's super smooth. It shifts really well. There's just something about a gated shifter which makes you very happy.
There you go.
Nice little sweeper. I mean, listen to that thing. There's just something so special about this. The gauge cluster is like, looks like an arcade game. These buttons down here, I have almost no idea what any of them mean. But God, they're just so cool. This is a car, when you get out and you park it at a parking lot or park it at your house, you walk away 10 feet and you turn around and look back at it. You can't not. It's so beautiful. You told me this a little bit ago. You have a Testarossa story from when you were straight.
Oh, it was never straight.
Oh, I thought you said, when you said girlfriend, I thought you meant this was before you came out.
No. I'm one of those gold star gays.
Okay.
I never did that. No, so
a friend who's a girl.
Yeah, so my girlfriend, Sloan, here in LA when I was in high school, her dad was head of Paramount Pictures.
Okay.
And so if you're like a John Hughes fan and you've seen Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Sloan in Ferris Bueller's Day Off is named after my girlfriend Sloan.
Oh, Sloan, dear. Hurry along now.
So I went to her house once and the garage door was open, and in the garage there was not one but 2 Testarossas. And I said to her, so what's it like in the Testarossa? She remember her saying, she says, it's cool, it's kind of loud. And I'm like, he has 2 of them. And she says, yeah, he always has 2. Like the new one comes out and he'll keep the older one, and then when the next new one comes out, he'll get the new one and keep the older one. So he always has 2 in here. I probably would not hustle this car too vigorously, just because it feels its age, but not in a bad way.
Right.
And I kind of like cars that you don't have to just really flog to get like this emotional feedback from.
Yeah, totally. You know what? I agree. I wanted to disagree with you, but
Do you agree with me on that one?
Yeah, no, I totally do. You could, like, this car, taking it to the Malibu Cars and Coffee, just cruising on PCH, just, going anywhere from 40 to 70, and hearing that noise behind you and pulling up,
just living life like you're on Paramount.
Yeah. This is like, yeah.
Right.
Donnie Callaway's facilities are incredible, a treasure trove of mostly Italian automotive riches and curiosities from the 60s through the 90s, which occupies 3 airplane hangars with cars and lore everywhere you look. The first hangar includes his office and upstairs, loft living quarters originally built by a billionaire so he could hide himself and obscure his assets during an ugly divorce. The red 308 GTS QV, freshly serviced, belongs to Elton John's keyboardist and sits alongside 206 and 308 Dinos, and my personal grail car and my pick of the litter, a Daytona coupe undergoing a complete restoration. Waffles makes his bed on the nose of a slumbering Testarossa, which is also awaiting its return to the road. Behind door number 2, much maligned Mondials, I actually really like these, roost with more 308s or 400i, and in the corner, a Vignale-bodied Maserati Spider. And behind door number 3, an Alfa GTV, a Ferrari 365 2+2, one of 3 here, yet another 308, and an old-school pickup just for variety.
Hi, Waffles. This is Donnie's dog, Waffles, and we love him.
It's a shop manager.
By shop manager.
Okay, let's go back with that. So, yeah, we spent the day with Donnie and Waffles, and Donnie knows how to live his life, I would say. Just what incredible. I think Man Cave really kind of like dumbs it down. Yeah, this shop. This is a lair. What was your take on the car? So I kind of said this in the car a little bit when we were driving, that one of the cool things I liked about today was I went into this experience, or like went into the Testarossa having almost no knowledge of the car. Right. You know, I watched one like 4-minute clip and it was just like a brief history in the car, and I actually got bored of the video and turned it off. But it's kind of nice to go into driving a car and like experiencing something with absolutely zero expectation on what it's going to be. Yeah. And it just gives you this like very raw experience of like what this car is. It takes you back to the late 80s, 80s, early 90s. Yeah. On like what these cars were at the time. And I mean, they're not made to sit in LA and stop and go traffic. They are made for like wide open spaces where you can let these things rain open. And again, it's not like overbearingly loud, but it sounds incredible. The shifting is smooth. It's a gated shifter, which is just like, you cannot go wrong with that. It has a huge booty and it looks beautiful, and it's just like quirky and Italian, and I love it. And I think it does reward finesse. I mean, like the dog leg, having the first down here and second up here, you got to go through up and to the right to get to it. Yeah. Just the car, it takes a minute for you to like, okay, this is how she likes to be revved. This is kind of what it wants to get in gear. And I think as you start getting into the flow and the rhythm of a car, it becomes a more and more, rewarding car to drive.
Yeah, I agree.
I am under the impression that I loved my 355. It was perhaps more maintenance than I had anticipated, but I do miss that car. And you kind of delude yourself with these narratives to excuse yourself for doing something like buying a 12-cylinder Ferrari, because I've deluded myself to imagining that this will be a lower maintenance.
Oh yeah, I think you're wrong.
Way into like a weekend Ferrari. But I guess some mistakes you've got to make for yourself, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would argue that that's more of like the 550 car, but I think you should buy this because it's cheap.
All right. Should he or shouldn't he? We'll hear.
Oh yeah, like vote in the comments. Let us know if you should buy it.
There you go.
Thank you for watching. Thank you to Donnie Callaway.
Thank you, Donnie Callaway. Smash that subscribe button. How is that? I'm just trying to keep up with you youngsters. Isn't that what you say? Smash the subscribe button.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah. Like and subscribe.
Thank you for joining us. Bye. We will be back.
That was funny.
Boom.
That caught me off guard.
Wasn't that funny? I'll take it though.